A 79-year-old man got Retatrutide before anyone else in America. Legally. No clinical trial, no black market. Eli Lilly shipped it to him directly, months before FDA approval. And when doctors found out, everything changed. Here's what just happened and what it means for you. And if you're in Canada, stay to the end because your answer is different. In April, a senior clinician at the National Institutes of Health filed a special request with Eli Lilly. His patient, 79 years old, with obstructive sleep apnea and pulmonary hypertension, needed something stronger than anything on the market. Lilly said yes, quietly, one patient, one approval, no announcement. Then Stat News broke the story in June, and obesity specialists across the country started asking the obvious question. If he can get it, why can't my patients? Doctors filed requests. Lilly went silent for weeks. Then on August 3rd, under pressure, Lilly confirmed it publicly. There is now a formal early access program for Retatrutide. The door is open. Barely. Here's who actually qualifies. You have to be 18 years old or older, right? You need refractory obesity, a BMI of 35 or higher, what's type 2 obesity, right, or higher, despite tolerating the highest approved dose of an existing weight management medication. That means you're already maxed out something like tirzepatide or semaglutide, and it wasn't enough. You need at least 2 serious or life-threatening obesity-related complications. Currently under a doctor's care, you must be unable to join a clinical trial, and you can't apply yourself. Your physician applies for you, and every case gets reviewed by Lilly, the FDA, and an ethics board. This is not early access for people who want faster results. It's a compassionate pathway for people running out of options. And even for them, big questions remain unanswered. Lilly hasn't said what the drug costs under this program and hasn't said how many requests it will approve. Hasn't said how long treatment continues or pays for the monitoring and lab work around it. Even for the people who qualify, are applying into the unknown. Now, here's the part almost nobody caught. While the access story was unfolding, the approval timeline moved in the wrong direction. Lilly previously signaled it could file with the FDA as early as this year, right? On July 23rd, right? Alongside 2 more successful phase 3 trials. The company confirmed it won't file under the first quarter of 2027. The stated reason? More time to gather manufacturing and quality control data. FDA review typically takes 10 to 12 months after filing. So do the math. Realistic US approval, late 2027, possibly 2028. The drug got stronger. 5 positive phase 3 trials now, with weight loss up to 30% at 2 years, but the finish line moved further away. Now, Canada. This early access program runs through the FDA's expanded access pathway. It's an American door. Canada has its own version, Health Canada's Special Access Program. Your physician can request drugs that aren't approved for sale in Canada. But the bar is a medical emergency, a serious or life-threatening condition where conventional treatments have failed. And Health Canada itself says the program is not a fast track, and not a way around the approval process. Here's the bigger issue. Health Canada hasn't even received a submission for Retatrutide. It's not under review. Canadian approvals typically follow the US by 12 to 18 months. So the honest Canadian timeline is 2028, possibly 2029. If you're in Canada, this door doesn't exist yet, and no clinic or website telling you otherwise changes that. Which brings us to the last development from just days ago. On August 12th, Eli Lilly filed 6 lawsuits against US companies it alleges are selling black market Retatrutide, compounding pharmacies, medical spas, online peptide sellers. And notice the legal theory, because it's revealing. Lilly isn't suing over patents. It's suing over deception, alleging these sellers label products research use only while marketing them for human use. The scale is staggering. Lilly says it has reported over 200 entities to regulators and found more than 14,000 websites and listings selling Retatrutide across 100 countries. US Customs intercepted nearly 90,000 vials of illicit GLP-1 products in July alone. 90,000 vials, 1 month. Whatever's in those vials, nobody verified it. Not the FDA, not Health Canada, not anyone. So here's the real question. It's not, how do I get Retatrutide? It's, will my body eventually or actually respond when it arrives? Right? Because the trial participants losing 30% of their body weight weren't just taking a drug. They were sleeping, right? Recovering, retaining muscle, managed by clinical teams. Between now and approval, you have 18 to 30 months. That's enough time to rebuild your recovery capacity, your metabolic function, your hormonal environment, so that whatever your physician prescribes actually works. Right? Most programs start with training. PowerSkulpt starts with recovery. If you're over 40 and you want a clinical grade plan for that window, book the advanced consultation. Link in the description. 60 minutes, one-on-one, and you leave with a plan. Not ready for that yet? Start with a free assessment call, completely free. Training creates a signal, recovery creates the change. I'll see you in the next one.